Most of you aren't subscribed. Make sure to exorcise the subscribe button, as it helps out the channel. Without further ado, following the strongest sorcerer in history, he's seen riding his dragon summon, saving his students and the village from hordes of monsters. But one night, he was betrayed by the higher-ups. Having sent one of his own students after him, he had no choice but to yield to his precious student. Realizing his weaknesses, he vows to be more cunning in his next life. In a different world where humans and demons exist with magical abilities, we see two brothers gather around the youngest child, as their father attempts to determine the youngest's magical capabilities. In the home of Lamproges, a clan of mages, our protagonist, Seika Lamproge the third son, is deemed to have no magical capabilities, as his mother didn't either, but he has otherworldly spiritual affinities. Testing out his new body, Seika begins to mimic creating shikigami. Using leaves as paper substitute, Seika is able to convert leaves to mice. As the middle child Glai spots Seika all alone, Glai attempts to educate Seika on how he should be addressed, resorting to physical violence. Before Glai can attack, Seika commands crows to swarm Glai, alerting Roft, who shoos away the birds. Noticing something suspicious, the older brother takes Glai to be patched up. Now 7 years old, Seika accepts that he will not be pampered like his other brothers, but has learned a lot about the world. Having slaved away all day, Seika had managed to create paper, which will act as his talismans moving forward. Checking his closet, Seika realizes something is missing, only to have a servant, Yifa, knock on the door. Having found Seika's lost jacket, Seika deduces that Glai right on cue. Glai appears, demanding Yifa get back to work, mocking Seika for having free time as he doesn't have to study any magic theory, unlike Glai, who will be attending the Imperial Lodonia Magic Academy. Knowing Seika has no chance of entering, Glai states that Seika will be lucky to even join the army. Cut off, their father utters that he'll assist with Glai's training. As Roft, Glai and father head to train, Seika asks if he can watch. Stepping up, Roft begins to chant a wind spell, sending a wind slash towards a rock. Next, Glai cast a fireball, landing a hit on another rock. Wanting to mock Seika, Glai asks Seika to attempt a spell, hoping to embarrass Seika in front of father, but Seika accepts, shocking Roft. Seeing this as an opportunity, Seika states that he had promised not to seek strength as that will only blind him, and that the strong had always taken advantage of the weak. Conjuring an image, Seika makes use of his spiritual energy, casting Oni fireball, burning a bright blue, and blazingly destroying a rock. With everyone surprised, Glai attempts to brush off Seika's abilities, but father mentions that a special sorcerer even without mana is still able to use magic, and even make the color of the spell change. Wanting to learn magic, Seika is rejected, as someone with no magic had ever become great, but father still has hope, stating that he'll give Seika a tutor starting this year. Beginning to study magic, and monitor his siblings with his hidden talismans, Seika eventually reaches the age of 11. In his past life, Seika sealed away several powerful Ayakashi monsters, and forced them to serve him. Knowing this, he intends to bring them to this world, but first he needs to test his theory with a weak one first. Using a talisman, Seika opens a door, calling for Kudajitsune, but what appears is a little girl. Happy to see Seika, she leaps into his arms, which he finds weird as Yuki chatting. Seika realizes it's most likely his weak spiritual energy, but nonetheless is happy to reunite with Yuki. Wanting to serve her master, Seika reveals that he doesn't need anything at the moment, prompting Yuki to revert to a smaller pet, standing on Seika's shoulders. The next day, Yifa is seen scolded by Glai, who she had spilled water all over. Angered, he realizes he can use the opportunity to take advantage of her, but before he can demand anything further, Seika intervenes, prompting Glai to swing. Catching Glai's fist, Seika forces Glai to retreat for now, putting Yifa at ease. Outside, the two run into a baby carbuncle, who had been attacked. Wanting to help it, Seika asks for Yifa to turn away as Seika plucks the creature's hair, enchanting a talisman, and instantly healing the creature. Amazed, Yifa begins praising Seika, but Seika knows Yifa is hiding talents of her own. Attempting to play it off, Yifa realizes that Seika is aware of her eyes, which can see more than what Seika is capable of. Giving in, Yifa reveals that she promised her deceased mother to never tell, but she can see spirits, and they helped her find Seika's jacket previously. Also, for some reason, spirits tend to gather around things, but for Seika they all seem to be avoiding him. Changing topics, Seika asks if Yifa can command the spirits, which she can only remember one time, where she told the spirits to stop messing with her. Impressed, Seika realizes that something similar in his past life was possible, and he had spent time searching for someone who could control spirits in this world, which happened to be someone so close. Asking if Yifa wants to learn magic, Yifa admits she has too low of a magic pool, but Seika creates a flame to test that. Begging a wind spirit to assist, Yifa after some attempts is able to extinguish the flame, which makes Seika want to nurture. Several months pass by, as Seika continues to train with Yifa, who progressively extinguishes more and more flames. With Seika's 12th birthday arriving, once again no one seems to care, and his father is not even present. After breakfast, Glai and Raft offer to train Seika, in hopes that he'll be able to join the army, but a maid alerts them that their father had initially scared away a monster, but it seems to be heading in their direction. As the elder nude appears, Glai runs away as Raft asks the maids and Seika to find safety, but Seika has other plans. Outside, Yifa and a junior maid is spotted by the creature, but before the creature can attack, Yifa subconsciously conjures a fire spell, buying her time to flee. Proud of Yifa, Seika steps up, luring the creature away. Leaping into the air, Seika casts a toxic spell, instantly killing and taming the creature. As everyone in the manor witnessed Seika's amazing feat, they all applaud him, which Seika states is all according to plan. Thanks for watching. Subscribe,